Hey. It's okay, you're here now. We haven't fully started yet, so you're fine. Kittens, please don't growl. The foster kitties are growling at each other. Good, good. I redid the backing track again because I figured tonight you needed a different backing track. Hey, Tony. Hey, Rose. Alright, well, we'll give people a few minutes. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Alright, well. Hi. So, tonight's sound bath is going to be a therapeutic one. I do this once a month, the last Saturday of the month. We work on various tools for moving through trauma, anxiety, stuff like that. And tonight I wanted to focus specifically on trauma because there's a lot of it going around. So, trauma doesn't have to be you were in a war. Trauma can be I had a bad health incident. Sorry, cat. Trauma can be an extended period of stress, which is actually trauma. And if we process it, which means be present to it, in the moment, it doesn't become a larger wound. But what most of us do, because we weren't taught any differently, is that we just kind of stuff it or ignore it or avoid it. And it becomes a longer term problem. It gets impacted, like an impacted tooth or an impacted joint into our beings. And it becomes much more challenging to bring that back up in order to process it and then move forward. And so what happens is we end up in these patterns where things continue to feel like that originating wound, that originating trauma. And again, a trauma can be a protracted thing. It doesn't have to be one incident. And what's happening is that we're giving ourselves the opportunity to heal the originating wound, but we don't know that. We just keep getting stuck in the trauma. Every sensation we have in our body is the result of a chemical reaction that's produced by a stimulus. So I trip over something. That's a stimulus. I have a chemical reaction in my body. It produces sensations. My mind then takes that, forms a story around it, forms a judgment, and that becomes the emotion. The story is fiction, right? I mean, it may be based in something like I tripped over a tree root. But the fact, the actual truth, the scientifically provable fact that's going on is that you're having a chemical reaction in your body that's coming through as sensations. So when we focus into that, we pull our attention away from this magical storytelling part of ourselves. And we bring ourselves back into the present and back into reality, back into facts. And at the same time, because we're bringing ourselves present, we are processing whatever came up. And so it will pass. Once the sensation has passed, we can then bring our attention back into our mind and say, do I need to do anything about this? Sweetheart, you're not going to be doing that the entire time. I will put you out of my office. We have foster cats. Sweetheart, come on. Yeah, I know. You want to say hi to everybody? No, you don't want to say hi to everybody. Okay. As I was saying, let's see if I can find my train of thought again. As we bring ourselves present, as we practice processing whatever that is in the moment in which it happens, we exercise that muscle. And so, once the sensation has passed, we can then go into our minds, that's where I was, and ask, is there anything else I need? Do I need to do anything about this? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. But in that 1% or 10% of the times where the answer is yes, I then have a clear mind and I can find solutions. I can find appropriate next actions. And so we are re-empowering ourselves by doing this. Now, nobody likes to be in trauma. If they did, you wouldn't need help with it. And it probably wouldn't be called trauma. It would be called something nice, like pudding. But if you don't like being there, you really don't like being stuck there. And so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to work on not being stuck. So anytime that chemical reaction happens, if it comes from an outside source, like something happens, you have a certain level of chemical reaction. Anytime that chemical reaction is produced by the mind, in other words, the stimulus comes from inside of you, you have a thought, you have a memory, especially memories, the chemical reaction is 10 times as strong as the originating event. And so when we get stuck in that mindset of trauma, we are constantly re-injuring ourselves and amplifying the process. And so my goal tonight is to help you dial that back down. Okay? And you can use this on any sort of negative emotion. It is most helpful for anxiety and trauma. So, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world today. I am sure you don't have to reach very far to find something that makes you uncomfortable. And as much as I like to make people feel good, if you can pull up something that feels traumatic to you, we can work through that and you will have greater results because you're actually practicing with something that already bothers you. Okay? So, let me give you an example of what the body feels, the sensations of the chemical reaction. And those of you who've been with me for a few months, have probably done this with me before. Let's do it again. So, think of an instance where you were afraid. You were genuinely afraid of something. And remember that instance. Don't worry, I'll clear this out in a minute. But remember that instance and bring your attention into your body. Where in your body did your feelings change? Did your sensations change? Pinpoint that space or those spaces. Okay? Now, is the sensation hot or cold? Is it tight or loose? There's no right or wrong answer, just keep with me. Is it sharp or smooth? Is it steady or is it throbbing? Does it feel empty or full? Just keep pulling your attention into those sensations. And what's going to happen is you're going to say, oh, it's in this place in my body, and your head's going to say a thing. And you're just going to pull your attention right back into this space. It doesn't matter what your head is saying. It's just a distraction. We're going to keep pulling our attention back into the body like we're paper training a puppy. My mind is a puppy. You can come up with a different analogy if you'd like. But it's like paper training a puppy, I promise you. So you keep doing that until the sensation subsides. Then you can go into your mind if you need to. For the purposes of tonight, it's probably better to just go into your breath. Okay, now let's let go of that fear and think about, oh, I don't know, your favorite small animal holding it in your arms. Okay, now we're going to try another one. Think of the last time or a recent instance where you were in excited anticipation. You had concert tickets, you were going to go out with somebody you find really amazing, you were about to have, something was about to happen that made you very excited. You're not quite there yet. You're in excited anticipation. It's about to happen. Now notice what in your body changed. Where did it change? What were the sensations that changed? Where is it? Bring your attention back to it. Is it hot or is it cold? Is it tight or is it loose? Is it smooth or is it prickly? Is it dull? Is it sharp? Is it steady? Is it throbbing? So those are the sensations of excited anticipation. Now, interesting thing, a lot of people find, it's probably about 80-85% of the people that I've worked with find that the sensations of fear and the sensations of excited anticipation are almost identical because the chemical reaction in your body is identical. And so there has to be a choice going on there in the mind as to whether to be afraid or excited. And so you have that choice. Interesting idea. Okay. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk you into a meditative state so that this is an easier exercise to do. Then I'm going to play the bowls and I'm going to coach you through this process so that you're trying it again and again and again. You don't have to do it perfectly. Nobody does it perfectly. But I'll tell you, after practicing it for a while, I was able to get my anxiety attacks, excuse me, down to 3 minutes. And I'll tell you what, compared to what my anxiety attacks used to be like, I can do anything for 3 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to talk you into the meditative state. We're going to practice the technique. I'll talk you back out of a meditative state, and hopefully you will journal some of your thoughts and experience. And you can practice this on your own. Feel free to reach out to me. Let me know how your experience was. Ask any questions. I realize that interactivity is a little bit more challenging in this venue. But okay. So make sure you're not going to be disturbed. Turn off all of your electronics. Turn off your alerts on this machine. Turn off the ringer on your phone. And get into a comfortable position. You can either be sitting up or laying down. You can allow your eyes to gently close if you'd like, or you can simply take on a soft gaze, sort of allowing your eyes to blur. And start to focus on your breathing, allowing your breath to lengthen and slow. Feeling the air coming into your body as you inhale. Feeling the air leaving your body as you exhale. Feel your chest expand and contract. Notice what other muscles in your body engage as you breathe. You may feel the breath in your abdomen. You may feel the breath in your back. You may feel the breath in your hips, or your shoulders, or your neck. Just allow yourself to be aware of what it feels like physically when you breathe. And imagine that there's an energy or a color cloud that comes with your breath, that you can breathe more deeply into your body than the breath itself, so that you can imagine breathing this energy or this color cloud down into the space behind your belly button. And imagine that this energy or this color cloud begins to loosen the space in between the cells in your body, so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And imagine breathing this energy or this color cloud down into your hips and your tailbone, loosening the space in between the cells so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And imagine breathing this energy or this color cloud down into your thighs, filling them front and back, loosening the space in between the cells so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And imagine breathing this energy or this color cloud down into your lower legs and your feet, filling your toes, your arches, your heels, loosening the space in between the cells so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And as you continue to imagine breathing this energy or this color cloud down into your feet, you can also imagine breathing it down your arms, into the tips of your fingers, loosening the space in between the cells so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And you can add to this, imagining breathing the energy or the color cloud up into your head, so that as you inhale, you are filling your entire body from head to toe to fingertip with this imagined energy or color cloud, loosening the space in between the cells so that it's easier for you to release and relax as you exhale. And as we go into the sound of the bowls, continually pull your attention into your breath, feeling your inhale, feeling your exhale. Allowing your thoughts to be as unimportant as a radio station in the other room. And anytime you find yourself distracted by something internal or something external, notice where in your body you feel the physical sensations of that distraction. Continually pulling your attention into the sensations of your distraction until the sensation subsides. And always bringing your attention back to the feeling and the flow of your breath. feeling your exhale. Allowing for right now your body to be more important than your mind, than your thoughts. Always returning your attention to the feeling and the flow of your own breath. Feeling your inhale, feeling your exhale. If you have discomfort come up, that's a distraction. Notice where in your body you feel the discomfort. Notice if it's hot or it's cold. Notice if it's tight or if it's loose. Notice all of the sensations, continually pulling your attention back into the sensations of the chemical reaction. If you find yourself overcome by a thought, an irritation perhaps, that's a distraction. Notice the physical sensation it creates in your body. Notice where it is. Notice the specific sensations. Allow the sensations in your body to be more important than your thoughts. Keep pulling your attention into the sensations in your body until they subside. And then focus once again into the feeling and the flow of your breath. Feeling your inhale, feeling your exhale. allowing your thoughts to become as unimportant as a radio playing in the other room. Using any distraction as an opportunity to notice where in your body you feel the physical sensation of that distraction. And you notice the physical sensations that are your reaction to that distraction. Allowing the sensations in your body to be more important than your thoughts. And always returning your attention to the feeling and the flow of your own breath. feeling your exhale. Using any distraction, internal or external, as an opportunity to notice the sensations of your reaction to that distraction. Even when your reaction is amusement, there is a sensation to it. Notice where in your body it sits. Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it tight? Is it loose? Is it smooth? Is it prickly? Is it dull? Is it sharp? Does it feel empty or full? Keep pulling your attention into those sensations until the sensations subside. Always bringing your attention back to the feeling and the flow of your own breath. And bring all of your attention and all of your focus down into the very tip of your left big toe, choosing a point and focusing tightly into that point. You don't have to feel it, just focus on it. Shifting your attention over into the arch of your right foot, choosing a point and focusing tightly into that point. Coming up into the back of your left knee, seeing how much attention and how much focus you can gather into that space behind your left knee. Coming up into your right hip bone, choosing a point somewhere along the hip bone and focusing tightly into it. Coming over into your left thumb, pulling all of your attention and all of your focus into the very tip of your left thumb. And moving into the outside of your right elbow. Coming up into the hollow at the base of your throat. Moving up into the tip of your nose. And all the way up into the very top of your head, squeezing your attention into as small a point as possible at the very top of your head. And allow your attention to gently glide down the back of your head, along the back of your neck, down your spine and between your shoulder blades, and past the end of your rib cage, and all the way down into the very tip of your tailbone, where you can pull your attention one more time into as small a point as possible. And relax your attention. Feel where you connect to what you're sitting or laying on. Feel the air on your skin. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch if you need to. And when you're comfortable doing so, you can go ahead and open your eyes, making a commitment to yourself to move slowly for the next little bit. And to please perhaps journal your experience so that you are inclined to try it again on your own or with me. I want to thank you for joining me this weekend. These therapeutic sessions always mean a lot to me. If you haven't had a chance to donate and would like to, I have a Venmo and a PayPal. You can also support my efforts more long-term by supporting me on Patreon. And that up in the corner there, not that it's showing up where my hand is, but is my mailing list. You can always sign up for my mailing list. Newsletter should be going out in the next day or so. I always like to hear how people's experience was. Let me know if you have any questions. All of my contact information should be on the main info page for this channel. And I hope you come back soon. We do a meditation every Saturday night And then the last Saturday of the month is always this therapeutic type session. It's a little different every time. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and thank you again for joining me.